suspended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Defense for the Ravens. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Colts 47-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal from the 3. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First and 10. Back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
They'll run with Taylor. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On the counter, it's Taylor. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get this up awfully close to a first down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Quiddy Pay in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Three yards remain for second down.
To throw is Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
And it's third and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Flushed out right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On second and very short, Jackson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better.
Brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Throw on 3rd. Rolling to his left.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A good decision in the end to pull and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 139 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Quiddy Pay bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
154 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They run with Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Getting down to the goal, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Jackson. And this one is incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here? Well, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And
he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a
out for the entire game. But when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.